Welcome back to Main Street Matters by Heart on Main Street, the podcast that knows that while you can run a great store by yourself, it takes a community to make an impact on the world. I'm your host, Patrick Keiser, and today we're talking about one of the most powerful forces in our industry, community. More specifically, we're diving into what happens when retailers come together. Not just a network to share tips, but that is absolutely part of this, but to truly support one another, to rally in tough times, to lift each other up, and to create momentum that moves our entire industry forward. With one night, one heart just around the corner, I couldn't think of a better time to explore how impactful collaboration can be when retailers link arms. What is one night, one heart, you ask? Great question. This summer, Heart on Main Street is teaming up with some of the most powerful sales groups and vendors in the industry to raise money for retailers in need. These are retailers that have lost their stores to natural disasters such as hurricanes, tornadoes, or wildfires. Those who one day left their dream business to go home, anxious about what might happen while they were gone, and returned the next day to find that nothing was left. I want you to put yourself in their shoes for a second. Everything that you've worked for and built after years of hard work and long hours is just gone in an instant. All of the sacrifices that you made with your family and your friends in order to build this business, to be a member of your community, to become 15-mile famous, are seemingly all for naught. It's heartbreaking. It makes me sick to my stomach to even think about everything these retailers have lost. So on Thursday, June 19th at the Dallas Total Home and Gift Show, Heart on Main Street and our partners at Cliff Price, Nora Fleming, One Coast, Portico, Raz Imports, Roadrunners, and Tag are banding together to hold a fundraiser to raise money for these retailers affected by natural disasters, to help them rebuild their stores and remain a vital part of their communities. If you're attending Market, please stop by one of these showrooms and ask how you can help. Whether you donate $5 or $500, you will make an enormous impact on the lives of these retailers. And if you are not attending Dallas or not part of gift and home industry, you can still participate in this. There is a link in the show description that you can follow and donate. And yes, this will also be going on in Atlanta, if that's your market of choice, during their gift and home show. I will have a final list of showrooms as we get closer to that. This whole event is really about a community, helping other members of that community. Because you live in a different city or state, you might not think of yourself as part of the same community, but really you are. You are retail owners. It's a powerful national community that is stronger now than it ever has been. Groups like the Boutique Hub have it as their motto to put community over competition. You all grow stronger when you learn and work with each other. I was fortunate enough to attend Boutique Hub's Boutique Summit in Dallas this past week, and the energy of that community was just amazing. Retailers from 47 states and 7 countries coming together to learn, grow, share ideas, and become better businesses. It was so invigorating. You couldn't help but feel the power of that community in the room. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Your place in your community. How do you show up for others? How do you support the store next door or down the block or in another state? How do you build your community to make it stronger for everyone else? Because that is how you leave a legacy. So let's jump in. To many, retail is often perceived as a solo sport. For many independent retailers, it's a one-person show. You're the buyer, the merchandiser, the social media strategist, the floor manager, the janitor, the bookkeeper. You wear all of the hats. And while there's something incredibly resilient and admirable about that kind of entrepreneurial spirit, it can be incredibly isolating and it can wear you down. When challenges arise, and in retail they always do, it's easy to feel like you're navigating them alone. Whether it's a sudden drop in foot traffic, an issue with a supplier, or something as major as a natural disaster, the weight of responsibility can be overwhelming. Who do you turn to when you need that advice? When you need encouragement? When you just need a break? Here's the thing, you're not alone. There are thousands of retailers out there going through the exact same struggles, celebrating the exact same wins, and asking those same questions. But we're often so wrapped up in our own day-to-day grind that we forget to look up and see the support system that's around us. And that's where community comes in. When retailers come together, whether it's in a Facebook group, a local business alliance, a market event, or something like the Boutique Hub or Rooted in Retail's Indera, they realize just how much they have in common. They realize that sharing knowledge doesn't diminish their own success. In fact, it multiplies it. Through Heart on Main Street, I have seen this happen over and over again. Retailers reaching out to one another for help, store owners sharing their best-selling vendors, their most successful event ideas, or their POS system recommendations. People showing up not as competitors, but as collaborators. This mindset shift from isolation to inclusion, from competition to community, is one of the most powerful changes that we can embrace in the modern retail landscape. Because when we stop thinking of each other as rivals and we start thinking of each other as teammates, we unlock a whole new level of resilience and innovation. Retail doesn't have to be lonely. It doesn't have to be every store for themselves. When we choose connection, we choose strength. And when we support each other, we all rise. Let's bring this idea to life with some real-world stories. Moments where retailers stepped up for one another in extraordinary ways. Saratoga Springs, New York was one of my favorite stops on my Main Street Monday visits because the retailers there did so many things right. They truly understood that by supporting each other, they made the whole town more successful. Heidi Owen West, the owner of 3 apparel stores, Caroline and Maine, Lifestyles of Saratoga, and Union Hall Supply Company, as well as Maddie Zanetti, the owner of Impressions of Saratoga and Dark Horse Mercantile, both know that their retail community is stronger if they work together. And this isn't just a belief. They can look back to what their Main Street area was just a few decades ago as proof. With vacant storefronts and few retail customers, the area was not a destination. Today it is. However, it didn't just magically happen. It took years of planning and collaboration to transform downtown Saratoga Springs into the premier shopping destination in the region. Both Heidi and Maddie have served as their Downtown Business Association's president and have spearheaded events for the community and business collaborations that help sales for multiple retail stores. They know that if they can attract more people to the downtown area, more shopping will occur. More stores will want to be in the area, and more stores will want to participate in the events that they're hosting, ultimately building a community around this. They know that their businesses will be more successful if the building next door and down the street are successful too. And it's not just about the number of people who walk through their door, but the number of people who visit the area and patron the entirety of their shopping district. And you might say, well, that's Saratoga Springs. It's a larger downtown. It has attractions nearby. Plus, they have something like a DBA developed to help implement those things. In my small town, we could never. Let me tell you about Lincoln, Illinois, and the work that Kathy Williams and her fellow store owners are doing. Lincoln is a small town, a population of 13,000. It's the largest town in their county. It has a downtown area, but no organizations like a DBA or a DDA or a Main Street or anything else like that to help promote businesses, create events, encourage that communal cooperation among businesses. So Kathy and a few of her other members of the business owning community just took it upon themselves to meet up anyway. They created their own support network. They meet once a month in the coffee shop to talk shop. What challenges have you been facing? What's working well for you? How can I help your business? What is coming up on the calendar for the town that we can capitalize on, host an event around, or be made aware of to help drive business? They discuss how they can collaborate on events, send emails out on each other's behalf to their mailing lists, and mutually promote each other. And as a result, they've seen a flourishing of business in their downtown area. Kathy's store, Small Town Creations, has grown in its retail and its custom print and engraving business. The storefronts around the square have filled up, and the retail owners have become friends, knowing about each other's lives, the ups and downs, in a way that they never would have before. They've become a great community for each other. These aren't isolated events. Across the country, we've seen stores collaborate in creative ways. Some team up for joint shopping nights where a customer gets a passport stamped at each participating location, and if you get them all stamped, there's a chance to win a prize. Others bundle products for themed promotion like a girls' night in or Galentine's Day or so many other event ideas, featuring items from local shops and boutiques and the wellness studio, all bringing those things together. There are retailers who swap window displays to keep things fresh, who share part-time employees during busy seasons, who co-host Instagram Lives together to boost visibility. None of this requires a big budget, just a willingness to connect with each other. And when you do, the results are tangible. There's more foot traffic, more press coverage, more customer loyalty, and more joy in the day-to-day. These stories prove that community over competition isn't just a hashtag, it's a business model, one rooted in generosity, empathy, and the belief that there's enough success to go around. So why does this matter in the future of retail? We often talk about the future of retail in terms of technology, e-commerce, or the latest trend in consumer behavior, and yes, those things matter. But the future of independent retail, the thing that's going to make or break our main streets, is community. It's about what happens when store owners stop viewing each other as competition and start seeing each other as collaborators. When knowledge and resources are shared freely. When someone else's win feels like your win. And when vulnerability is met with support instead of judgment. The impact of this shift is powerful. First, it accelerates learning. Imagine if every retailer had a direct line to someone who had already solved the exact problem that they're facing. Whether it's choosing a new POS system or navigating a supplier dispute or preparing for a seasonal event, when retailers share their experiences, we all grow faster and smarter. Second, collaboration creates stronger ecosystems. When small businesses and a community support each other, they create a rising tide. A customer who shops at one local store is more likely to visit the other stores if they feel a sense of cohesion through shared events, shared values, and cross promotions that turn isolated businesses into unified destinations. Third, and perhaps most importantly, it builds emotional resilience. Running a retail store is demanding and the burnout is real. But when you have a tribe, even a small one, that checks in, offers encouragement, and reminds you that you're not alone, it changes everything. It becomes easier to bounce back after setbacks, to celebrate wins, and to keep going. The future of retail is local, it's human, and it's deeply interconnected. If you're a store owner listening today, I encourage you to think about how you can contribute to this future. Join a local business group. Reach out to other retailers that you admire. Offer to host a joint event. Send a note of encouragement to someone going through a hard time. These little acts create ripples. Because the future of retail doesn't belong to the big players. It belongs to the most connected ones, and that can be you. That's really why I'm so excited about One Night, One Heart. This event is more than a fundraiser, it is a declaration. A statement that says we believe in each other. We're not just a collection of stores, we are a movement. So on Thursday, June 19th, during the Dallas Total Home and Gift Market, Heart on Main Street is bringing together these retailers and sales reps and showrooms and friends of the industry for a night of giving. Each participating showroom is going to be hosting their own mini event and ask for donations throughout the night. Those showrooms again are Cliff Price, Nora Fleming, One Coast, Portico, Raz Imports, Roadrunners, and Tag. It'll be festive, it'll be fun, and most importantly, it'll be purposeful. All proceeds go to support independent retailers recovering from natural disasters. And when I say the money goes directly to the businesses, I mean it. This isn't going to operations, it's going to retailers that have lost their stores. These funds aren't just symbolic, they're transformative. They help stores reopen, restock, and restore their sense of purpose. But beyond the dollars raised, the magic of this event is its energy, the spirit of community, the reminder that no matter how hard things get, there are people ready to show up, to celebrate, and to stand beside you. That's what makes our industry different. It's not about the product on the shelf, it's about the people behind the counter, the hearts behind the brands. And even events like One Night, One Heart remind us of that. If you can't be in Dallas, you can still participate. You can donate online. The link will be in the show description, as well as last week's show description. You can share the event with your network or follow along on social media. Every like, every dollar, every comment adds to the momentum of this movement. Because when we all do a little, a lot gets done. So what can you do next? Here's the big question for you. How can you be part of this? How can you embrace the spirit of unity and collaboration in your own retail journey? Start small. Reach out to a retailer that you admire and ask to grab a cup of coffee. Send a DM to a peer that just ran a great event and ask them how they did it. Start from the basics. What was the concept like? What were your first steps? Start a group text with a few local store owners to share ideas and celebrate wins and brainstorm solutions. Think about ways that you can partner with others. Is it joint promotions, shared events, pop-ups, or even just cross-tagging each other on Instagram? Every connection that you make strengthens the web of support within your community. Get involved with organizations like ours, Heart on Main Street. We exist to be a bridge connecting retailers with resources, support, and to each other. Whether it's through events, grants, or storytelling, we're here to make sure that no one feels alone in this work. And perhaps most importantly, share your own story, your struggles, your wins, your lessons. You never know who might be inspired by your journey and who might need exactly the advice that you have to give. Retail is more than a job. It's a way of life, a reflection of what matters to us and what we believe in and how we want to show up in our community. When you choose to be a connector, when you lead with generosity and curiosity, you make the entire industry better. So today, I invite you to take one small step forward in your community. Make a call, send a message, extend a hand, because every time you do, you're proving that what happens when retailers comes together is something truly powerful. If you take one thing from today's episode, let it be this. Independent retail is not a solo act. We rise by lifting others. We grow by giving. We thrive when we all come together. I'm Patrick Keiser, and I'm grateful that you're here. So let's keep supporting each other, keep celebrating the heart of retail, and keep building something bigger and better than ourselves. Until next time, stay safe, shop local, and keep your heart on Main Street. This episode is written, produced, researched, and edited by me, Patrick Keiser. Logo designed by Melina Mumford, and support from, well, everyone that I know. To find out more information about Heart on Main Street, you can visit us at www.heartonmainstreet.org, and you can email me at contact@heartonmainstreet.org. Thanks.